Thank you. Well, everyone, I haven't been scribbling notes to myself for next year. Notes to improve each syllabus that I teach. And I won't be spending the summer planning offbeat one-woman skits to teach tough grammatical concepts. For though a teacher can always be better than she has been, eventually she must leave. Instead of embellishing my walls, I have begun to remove the signs, the posters, the quotations. I have relegated to boxes 37 years' worth of student letters, cards, and notes, scrapbook projects for the future. Yes, I was those students' teacher, but you were my teachers each year too. And what did I learn? The memories. 1964, my first year, a student who craved structure, parameters for her behavior. Not giving up on her was exhausting. I wondered if it was even worth it. But for the last several years, Christmas has been enhanced with Christmas cards from her. And last year, she flew out from Oregon to visit. She taught me never to give up on a student. 1968, Billy. So different from his brother in behavior, in learning style. I learned from him never to compare one sibling to another. The 70s, I learned that you can give unconditional love and still teach. A teacher can sensitively encourage a student through tough family times and personal crises and still teach, still focus that student, still challenge that student, and that student will have valid self-esteem and even go on to college, to corporate life, and like Patty, to PhD status. The 80s, the 90s, be cosmopolitan. And so they were, and they wrote. And I learned that they had learned not to fear risk. Yes, they actually relocated from Wilmington to places like Dublin and Milan, successful and confident. And sometimes I had to learn to accept death. Hopes unfulfilled for students like Kim, like John, like Doug. Taken from our lives too soon, it seemed, after graduation. I learned to live with loss, with stories unfinished. So now what? Maybe I'll compose that little grammar book, complete with directions to a teacher on how to pretend to find the word who on the floor, and so introduce a lesson. Perhaps in the days beyond this ritual, I'll hear from you, and through your growth, continue my learning. And I hope that you have learned this year too, influenced by our reading of Aristotle and Aquinas, Dante and Machiavelli, Ibsen, Sartre, and Camus. If you have learned from them, learned to apply and to analyze, you have already begun to examine your character, your virtues, every choice that you make, to abhor apathy and selfish personal motives, to use power judiciously, perhaps reluctantly, to value the integrity of character, to role model it in a positive way. And if you write to us about your insights, your choices, all of your teachers will continue to learn. Thank you for your goodness, and thank you for being so respectful and kind and open to learn. I will miss you.